Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to transform terrain in Minecraft in just a few seconds. So if you like Minecraft tutorials like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. But we will get started. So with the commands I'll be showing you in this video, you can replace entire Minecraft biomes with your own custom biomes. And you can do this with any kind of terrain as well. And so basically what we'll be doing is just replacing all the blocks of a biome with different blocks. But we'll be doing it in a way that will be very quick and satisfying as well. And so we'll start with grabbing some command blocks. So what we'll need is repeated command blocks, but you can just give yourself some command blocks like this. /give yourself a command block. So you'll place it down, and in this command block we will need, of course, a command. And this command will be an execute command. So these commands will also be in the description down below. You can copy them over, customize them, and use them yourself as well. So what we'll need is execute as, put in your own name, or you can just put in @p if you're the only player, that works as well. Then @p. And then we want to run a command. So this means that we will run the command at the position of the player and as the player as well. And this just makes it actually work. So what we'll do now is we'll run the fill command. Because using the fill command, you can actually replace blocks in your world. So now what we'll do is put in the coordinates. And so we want to fill an area around the player. And we can do this in cubes of 30 by 30 by 30, or it's actually 31 or 32 I believe. But if you do 15 like this in all of the different areas, this means that the fill command will run. If we do a larger area here, this might exceed the limit of the fill command, because you can only fill 32,000 blocks using the fill command. So just make sure to keep this like this. This works just fine, don't worry. And so now we are in the mushroom fields biome, so let's transform this one. So what do we want for the mycelium? So we want to replace the mycelium with a block. And now the block we want to replace the mycelium with is the block you will put in here. So what I will do is I will replace it with the crimson nylium. I think that will look pretty cool. So I'll put in crimson nylium like this, then put in replace like this, and then we want to have mycelium. So there we go, and we have mycelium. So this will replace all the mycelium around us with crimson nylium. So now we can put it on repeat right over here. We can put it on always active here as well. And then once we press down, it should already start working. So if we press down, we should see, yes, there we go. Everything around us transformed into crimson nylium. But we won't move along just yet, because let's put all these other blocks in here as well. So we want to transform these brown mushroom blocks, the red mushroom blocks, and the mushroom stems as well. And we could even do the mushrooms. So let's get some more command blocks on the way. So what we can now do is just copy over this command block by holding down Control and pressing middle click, placing it down, and there we go. So that's the same command in it right over here. So the only thing you need to do now is change these blocks at the end over here. So next, let's replace the mushroom stem. And let's replace it with, let's say, crying obsidian. Why not? So you can press done and it should immediately work. There we go. So those have all turned into crying obsidian. Now we need something for the brown mushroom block. So brown mushroom block. Let's replace that with, let's do warped wart block. That might look good. So brown mushroom block will be changed into warped wart block. Done. There we go. And then of course we'll change the red mushroom block into the nether wart block. So red mushroom block, and we will go over to nether wart block like that. Done. All right, looking good, looking good. So we're going for a sort of nether theme here. And then let's continue that with the mushrooms as well. So let's change those into the crimson and warped fungi. So instead of brown mushroom, we will do warped fungus. There we go. Done. Beautiful. And let's also do the red mushroom. And we will put some beautiful crimson fungus for it. So there are no red mushrooms here near, but we will get to those later, I guess. So are there any other blocks here around that we should change? Of course there's dirt here, so that would fit in. So we can replace the dirt with netherrack to go for the entire nether theme. So yeah, using these commands we can't make these stems the different colors because they're just the same blocks. That's why I went for crying obsidian there. There's also a little piece of diorite there, but there's not too much of it, so I don't think we should worry about it. We can change those manually later on. So yes, I think dirt is the most important one here. So we will replace dirt with, of course, netherrack is the obvious choice here. So let's just go for that. There we go, netherrack, and we'll replace dirt. So yeah, there's no dirt here. Well, there's dirt under here, and we see that it has filled a whole lot of blocks there. So that has changed something, but we can't see it right here, but we'll see it over there. And then there's stone as well. So instead of stone, let's do something like, let's do black stone instead of stone. So we'll put in another command. And you see this is actually pretty easy. We just put down a command, change the 2 blocks, and that's it. And of course, well, for now this is not too impressive, but once we start flying around, you will see what this will actually do. So we'll put black stone instead of stone. And I think that is pretty much it. We can always add more command blocks later. So now, if we start to move around, let's press F1 to see this in its full glory. Let's go over here and look at this. The world will just procedurally start to transform while we fly over it. That is pretty cool. So the reason I did the mushroom fields is because, as you can see, it has a different block as the grass. And so we can just fly around it. And don't worry about this in the other biome changing as well. So that is pretty cool. But yeah, if we release F1, we will see there are a whole lot of command spam in the chat. So to fix this, we can use the following command. So we can do gamerule commandBlockOutput false, like this. Now we can clear the chat by holding F3, pressing D. And now if we move along, we will see that the chat will no longer get filled with all of these messages. So this is fairly cool. Let's just move around and transform this land. So as you can see, this is an area of 15 by 15 by 15 blocks around us. And so you do still need to keep in mind that you could miss some areas. So make sure to fly around every single area a couple of times. There we go. This is already a very nice area covered and transformed super easily with these couple of commands. And here's some stone as well. Look at that. We'll get some black stone in there. Very, very, very nice. And I just love looking at this. So if Minecraft normally doesn't run that smooth, I would not recommend doing this. But as you can see for me, I still get around 60 FPS while doing this. So it's working well for me. It's definitely not too laggy. It's not that much laggier than normal. So you could still try it out. Just try it out with 1 or 2 commands first. And then if that works just well, try it out with a couple more. So yeah, there's some andesite, granite, and diorite here actually in a row. But yeah, you can change those manually or add a couple more commands to change that as well. But if we move away further from the command blocks, at some point you will see that, hopefully, if my sentence is long enough, then yeah, here we go. So we're moving above the mycelium, but nothing is happening. And as we get closer, there we go, it starts to work again. So this means that we're too far away from the command blocks for them to actually be loaded and working. So once we get closer, you see that they start working again. And so to fix this, let's go back to the command blocks. In the meantime, get some of these blocks here as well. So we can use another command to fix this and make it so that these command blocks work for the entire area. So let's go over here, and then once we are near the command blocks, hold F3, press G. And we'll see the chunk borders. So I didn't do this very well because the command block's in 2 different chunks. But it doesn't matter. What we do is we type in Forceload, add, and then just 2 squiggly lines like this. Once again, all of these commands are in the description below, so you can copy them over. So like this, and now this chunk will be force loaded. Let's go into this chunk as well and load that one as well. So now all of these command blocks have been force loaded, and they will be loaded even if we go away from them too far. So we can just go all the way over here, and we shouldn't have any problems with the command blocks stopping to work. And wow, that's a very tall mushroom. We can get rid of the chunk borders again like that as well with F3 and G. And so as we go very far away from the command blocks, you see they are still working and working very, very well. And we made it all the way to the other end of the mushroom biome. And I recommend just setting up the commands you know are going to work first. So these ones we have right here work very well. And so then just fly around, see, there's some sand here. Maybe we want to change sand. That also changes the desert maybe. Or there's some granite here I want to change. Just see what you like, and then you can transform it even further as well. So as you can see, this just works so fast, and it's so satisfying to just fly around. And sometimes it does stop working for a second. I don't know why that happened. But just keep moving and then you will transform all of these areas. Finally, there are some red mushrooms. Let's get these last few angles as well, and then we should have pretty much the entire biome covered and transformed into this beautiful netherland. Alright, I think that should be pretty much it. And look at this, we've transformed the entire mushroom fields biome into a nether biome in really just a couple of minutes, and well, the transforming itself goes instantaneously pretty much. So if you need any further help with this, or if you're stuck with something, then please let me know about it in the comments down below. So as far as I know, this only works on Java Edition, but it could also work on Bedrock Edition. Please try it out and let me know, and I might add a command in the pinned comment for Bedrock Edition if it works there as well. So I'm currently on Minecraft version 1.17, but this will also work on earlier versions. As long as the execute command and the fill command are in your game, this should work. And as you can see, we've transformed the entire mushroom fields biome. It looks pretty awesome. And if we go underground, of course, because we're also changing the stone, this will also change your generation underground with adding black stone to it as well. So you can also change underground areas with this if you want. There we go, we're adding lots of blackstone to these caves, which makes them look even scarier than the normal deep slate caves. And so there we go, I think that's pretty much it. Here's the command one more time. As I said, they will be in the description. I do have to say, be careful with the fill command. You can easily mess something up, so make sure you have a backup of your world before you do this, if it's an important world to you. And then I think that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft tutorials like this one. I want to thank my tier member, this Mikkelar. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. If you also want to become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So until then, bye bye!